Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working with me, check out the description below and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In this video, I want to talk about a comment that I got about mindlessly affirming versus focused affirming. You are always thinking thoughts. If you are choosing to think something, affirm something, even if it's just on repeat and you are not putting all of your attention onto that is what you are thinking at this moment, you are choosing what you are thinking, and that is where your focus is, on where you're choosing to put your attention. So there is no such thing as mindlessly affirming. If you would just be letting your brain do whatever it wants, in the times when you just let your brain go wherever it wants and you choose to robotically affirm the same affirmation over and over again, your focus, your attention is on your affirmation instead of whatever your brain just wants to throw at you. In my opinion and in my experience, there is no such thing as mindlessly affirming. If you are affirming, that is where your focus is. That is what you are telling yourself is true in this moment. And this includes if your brain is really busy like mine used to be, and where I would have, and sometimes still have, a lot of chatter in the background of all the things and all the reasons that what I'm affirming is bullshit. I would just affirm anyway, and guess what? That shit quieted down and went away. In my experience and in my opinion, if this is where you are at, of am I focusing enough on my affirmations and is it going to work? You don't understand that what you are telling yourself is true. You are convinced that it can't possibly be that simple to just repeat an affirmation to yourself. Whether you're focused on it or not, you think that there's some magical technique that's going to get your life to change. What gets your life to change is telling yourself something different, and telling yourself something different consistently, and coming back to that new thought pattern consistently instead of choosing to bitch, whine, moan, and complain. And when you catch yourself bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining, catching yourself and choosing to no longer bitch, whine, moan, and complain. That's it. If you are focused on the degree to which you are focused on your affirmations, you aren't just affirming and don't believe it's going to work. This literally brings to mind the scene or the episode of How I Met Your Mother, where Marshall and Ted are fighting with the swords, and one of them stabs Lily, and they're like fighting over it's really not that bad, and she just yells at them and is like, are we really gonna fight to the degree of which you stabbed me with a fucking sword? That's what you're doing right now. Oh, I'm probably not doing good enough and it's not going to work. And that right there is the reason it doesn't work. Because you don't believe it's going to. You can't possibly be doing it right, and there has to be more to do than just tell yourself that shit's different than the way you've always assumed that it was. You've been manifesting your whole life. What you've been telling yourself is true has always been true. When you change your perspective, you change the assumption to something else, regardless of everything else, ignore the 3D and ignore the past, and the past isn't real and all that shit. That's when shit can change, because you're changing. You're changing the way that you function in the world. You're changing the way that you view the world. Drop all of this bullshit and just tell yourself what you want is true now. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.